Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Indesit I2D81W condenser dryer. What I want to do today is to show you around the dryer some of the features and benefits that it offers. This is one of Indesit's starting models in their condenser dryer range. This model has a maximum capacity of up to 8 kilograms. I'll just show you the dimensions on the dryer. First of all, the width is 60 centimeters or 23.5 inches. The depth, so front to back, and this is going to the very back of the dryer. I will show you around the back in a moment because it's not quite flat on the back. So if you go into the front corner here, then you're looking at 23 inches or 59 centimeters. Or if you wanted to include the door as well, really need to allow say 64 centimeters or 25 inches. And as far as the height, these are normally pretty standard at 85 centimeters or 33.5 inches. So just make sure that wherever you're going to put it, it'll fit in, because the last thing you want is to buy a tumble dryer of any kind, try and put it in, and then it doesn't fit. When it comes to using the tumble dryer, it really couldn't be easier. All you need to do is just turn the dial, depending on how many minutes you wanted, and around here, so it goes up to the full 180 minutes. I suppose for a lot of people, if you're going to have, say, a full load in there, full capacity of 8 kilograms, and if you wanted it on the cotton setting, then that's really where you'd be looking into the realms of this section. I suppose for smaller loads, then you'd want to work your way down. But really with this, because it's a manual time drying, then I suppose there will always be an element of guesswork. But over time, as you know, your fabrics and things like the ambient temperature can make a difference as to where the tumble dryer is sitting. So for example, if it was going to be outside in a garage when it's quite cold, that can extend the time of the drying process compared to if it's inside in a nice warm room. But all you need to do, as I say, is just turn the dial, and then you will find for the last 10 minutes that's a cool program. So that's just a cool down process. This last 10-minute option can actually be really good for another reason. If you've had something in the cupboard for a while, and if you just wanted to give it a quick tumble, just to, I suppose, get some air through it, then all you need to do is just pop it in here, select the last 10 minutes, and then press the start button on the right hand side here. And this has quite an advantage over a sensor dryer, because with a sensor dryer, there are not many dryers where you've got the manually timed option. So at least with this, then you can just pop it in, select the timer for the last 10 minutes, then press start. You will also find that you've got the high and the low setting. So really a common question we get asked, and I think because it's not clearly labelled on here as to which way it is. So when the button is out, it's the low temperature, and if you press the button in, then that will be the high temperature. It does give you a rough indication on the front here as to some times, so depending on the load capacity that you've got in there, it is giving some recommendations of certain times. So if you use in, for example, if it was in and if it was on the high setting, which is really for cottons, then if you had, say, a 3 or 4 kilogram capacity, then between 55 and 80 minutes. Whereas if you were just doing some, say, delicates as a small load, say a 2 kilogram, then that would be a similar time, 55 to 75 minutes. All of the water collects in the container at the top here, so you just pull that out, and then you've got a hole at the top here, so you just go over to the sink or outside, and then just get rid of the water. Once you've got rid of it, just pop the drawer back in like that, so ever so simple. You have got an indicator at the top right hand side here, sort of hiding just at the top right, and that will illuminate when the container needs to be emptied. To open the door, nice and easy, just pull the door. There's no handle behind it, there's no latch or anything, it's just literally the door you're pulling, so that makes it nice and easy. I'm really impressed that Indesit have put metal hinge on here. It has got a plastic door catch, but at least Indesit have put a metal hinge on here, so hopefully should be nice and strong. As far as the porthole size, so the width on this is 33.5 centimeters or just over 13 inches. So it gets the, as well as moving the door out of the way, it's nice to have a big porthole to get all the clothes in and out easily. The filter is just on the inside. So it is recommended probably once every couple of loads or so to take this out, just take out any of the fluff or lint, and then just drop that back in like that. And one of the only other pieces of maintenance you need to do is to open this flap, and you've got the condenser unit behind this panel. So when you open this, you just pull that out, and this is where the condenser sits. And with this, I suppose what I'd recommend doing is just to go into, I suppose, outside, just to get an old paintbrush, just give it a brush down, get rid of any of the dust and dirt that accumulates on here. And what you can also find is that you can give it a rinse through. So this is fine to get it completely wet. So I'd recommend perhaps going into a shower, just give it a rinse through with a shower, because most sinks are probably not quite as big to get this into. Then once you've given it a good rinse through, then just pop that back in. What you need to do is make sure it's securely located like that, and then push the clips into position. Then once you've done that, you're ready to carry on drying. As far as the energy rating on the dryer, it's a B energy rating, so not too bad. It's not the most energy efficient tumble dryer on the market, but that's not really where this kind of product is aiming at. You will see it's 561 kilowatt hours per annum, and the noise rating at 69 decibels, again, isn't too bad. Just proving that it's an 8 kilogram capacity. Now I'll just show you around the back of the dryer. Nice and simple. You just got the mains connection at the top left here. There's not really a lot else to show you, but for some people, for installation purposes, I just thought I'd show you around the back. If you're thinking of purchasing one of these models, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. Hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Indesit I2D81W condenser dryer. Would appreciate it if you'd click subscribe on my YouTube channel and leave any comments on the video, whether it's good or bad. I always appreciate the feedback. If you've got any questions on it, then I've got this on display, then just pop it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Also, if you have got one of these, if you've got an Indesit dryer, I suppose like this or this model, let me know what you think about it, because I do always appreciate the honest feedback. Thanks for watching.